Your mind can either be your greatest ally or your worst enemy. For most people, the mind operates on autopilot, racing from one thought to another, reacting to everything without pause, without precision. But here's the truth. Your mind is not meant to control you. It is not your master. It is your tool, your servant, your instrument for greatness. Yet too often we hand it the keys and let it drive us straight into stress, fear, and mental fatigue. Every single day, from the moment we wake up, our mind begins its chatter. Thoughts about yesterday's regrets, today's tasks, tomorrow's fears, all rushing in like a flood. The average person never stops to observe, to question, to redirect. They let the noise take over. And in that noise, the signal gets lost. The signal of intuition, the signal of vision, the signal of peace. But peace is not found in silence. It's found in mastery. Mastery over your own mind. To reclaim control, you have to make a decision. A powerful, deliberate decision that you are the one in charge. You are the observer. You are the commander. The mind is a wild horse, powerful and fast, but without reins. It will run you in circles or off a cliff. That's what most people experience daily. They're overwhelmed, not because life is always overwhelming, but because they've never trained their inner world to listen, to follow, to serve. The first step is to interrupt the pattern. When your thoughts start to spiral, pause. Just pause. That moment of stillness may only last 2 seconds at first, but it's the crack in the wall, the beginning of your breakthrough. In that pause, you remind yourself, I am not my thoughts. I am the thinker. I decide what stays. I decide what goes. And in that decision, calmness begins to emerge. Breathing helps. Not the shallow, rushed breath most people live with, but deep, intentional breathing. A simple inhale through the nose for 4 seconds, a hold for 4, and a slow exhale through the mouth for 4. Do this for just a minute and the noise softens. The racing slows. You take back the reins. You're telling your nervous system, we are safe. We are in control. There is no emergency here. This kind of discipline requires awareness, and awareness is built like a muscle. Each time you catch yourself reacting and you stop, breathe, observe, that's a rep. A mental workout. Over time, you develop emotional strength. You stop letting your day dictate your state. You become the thermostat, not the thermometer. You set the tone. You don't absorb it. People confuse calmness with passivity, but it's the opposite. Calmness is power under control. It's the fighter who waits, watches, and strikes only when the timing is perfect. It's the leader who doesn't panic when things go wrong because their inner world is unshaken. It's the parent who doesn't shout but connects. It's the visionary who sees through the fog and stays focused while everyone else scrambles. To get to that level, you must train your mind to serve your purpose. That means feeding it the right information, guarding it from negativity, filtering what gets your attention. Attention is the most valuable currency you have, and where it goes, your energy follows. If your mind is full of distractions, doubts, and drama, how can clarity grow? It can't. You must create the space for clarity by choosing what your mind consumes. Silence is also a tool. Not silence as in the absence of sound, but silence as in the absence of reaction. When something happens, you don't need to respond right away. That gap between stimulus and response, that's where your power lives. In that space, you can choose wisdom over impulse. You can choose patience over anger. You can choose growth over ego. And every time you make that choice, you gain strength. The more you operate from calm command, the more magnetic you become. People notice it. They trust it. In a world full of chaos, calm people stand out. They're seen as leaders even without titles. Their words carry weight. Their energy settles rooms. And that influence doesn't come from being loud or aggressive. It comes from inner stillness, but none of this happens automatically.